like rocket fuel.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins.
On the ready. Mark 55. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Cheers. Pilot 64, wheat. Foxtrot. Cheers.
On 1st and 10, Franks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming. Begin. Look at me. Door.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
56. Good track.
Now.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Ready? 15-1.
Cut.
Greystone, travel. Go.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I'm coming.
Jones now operating from the gun. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And brings up 2nd down at the Lions' 17-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. He's coming.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
3-2-18, chopper.
To throw on 2nd down. Franks got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Parker, 72 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now Jones. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st down. Flushed out right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Dolphins 3.
On the set.
6. Mike's 56.
Hey, echo.
Not today. 56.
Now.
56.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Switch. You go tight. You got tight. You go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Bring it. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Franks escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And look at this, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, but usually folks. Focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This from 36 yards out. Oh, this is a complete mishit. It's no good. Didn't even get it there. And this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. And someone must have been in this hot sun a little too long. They've got the punt team out there. And just to clarify, it is not fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jones throwing on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Tighten up. Watch the edge. Shift. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Johnson, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, Franks. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Franks. And this is caught. It's Parker. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Check 55, Mike. Army. Shift. Bravo. Mike 55. Now. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Nice 7, let's go. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A first down carry for Henry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 16-yard line.
Go! 8-3.
Let's go, D. Check.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go, let's go. Race don't trap. Race don't trap. Shit. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Bang, 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 bang. No.
General, West. Kill. Set.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Mike 5-5. Mike Hayward. 5-5. I got him. Check 37. Check the 66. Bullet high. Set. Go.
To throw on second down. Franks forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
80 weapon. Go. Switch.
They give to Johnson going right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Kill.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Watch the run. Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 20.
Deep river.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Jones now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones, he'll rifle this one deep right side, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Wahoo! What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down. That's the end.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Watch out, watch out. Watch that.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Muscling free near the 40. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them, is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set. Ken Lobo. Let's go. Check, 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 check. Fire, 64, weak. Watch 55. What's wrong? Watch the curl, watch the curl.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Franks dumping it off for Johnson. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check pass. Check pass. Hey, high 7. Now.
Jones now throwing again. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
What's twist? H3-2-18. Chopper, chopper. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Jam him, jam him, jam, jam. Hot, hot.
They go to Johnson again.
Run to the ball. Run to the ball.
Stops short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Come on. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And Zerline's kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
We got 25 to make.
Here's Jones to throw again. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards. Looking to throw. Jones flush to his right. And this is incomplete. Watkins the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Sanders' kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Let's get off the field.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And running the jet sweep here to Parker. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. So this one's over. It's a win for the